Says we're live, but I don't see us. It's not live.
What is going on, everybody?
I can't see
Let
you
me
right
know in the
now.
comments if you guys are seeing us. We're actually doing this live on
No,
our computer.
I can't see it.
So, uh, hoping that this is going to work and not be too blurry.
No, it's not even. It gives me an ad. It won't even let me put. It won't even.
Maybe it'll go through there. We're trying to check it up on our phones, make sure that we are
All right,
tracking live, guys. All right. Well, oh my gosh, it feels like we have not been meeting with everybody in like forever. But I guess our last time was with Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. Um, hey, Brent, how are you? I still have all your tools, by the way, Brent. Your T-square and your straight edge, but I have been using them. So thank you again. Hopefully, we'll get some other people on here. Some big updates with the house. We are moving right along. We've got a family member in town from California. And if I don't make him too mad, he may stay the whole time and finish to help us finish our project. But you know me, I'm anal sometimes, and sometimes I'm a jerk. Not all the time, but the military has made me that way, and I don't feel like I'm trying to be that way, but maybe I am a little bit. So I'm hoping Curtis stays with us. Curtis, if you're watching or you see this, I love you, man. Thank you so much for helping us. Since our last live, we have done a lot of different stuff to the house. Ellie, you gonna sit down? You gonna sit down? Here, sit down. Come on, we'll scoot over. So we have finished the garage except for one small portion. All of our OSB is up. You guys saw if you haven't already, our video about our storm shelter, which was 5 days installed 5 days before a giant storm that had like 100-mile-an-hour winds in Tulsa, and trees and power lines blew down all over Tulsa, and it was a huge storm. It wasn't like a tornado. It was like the entire area got blown away. But we were okay, and there is a little bit of footage of that storm on that video. We had a bunch of family come over and friends that I invited. They all came and hung OSB, which is plywood basically for our garage. And all these videos are coming, but I like to update all those that are willing to come and watch our live, give you guys kind of a sneak peek of what we're going to be showing here in the next few weeks of the videos. I am kind of getting back into the video editing, I guess, sitting on the couch and doing some editing because the house is moving forward. We have the house sheetrocked, mudded, taped, textured. The upstairs kids' rooms and bathrooms are fully trimmed out. The windows are trimmed. Closets, all the doors are hung. Curtis has painted all of our doors, so all of the doors are downstairs, off of the hinges, downstairs in our makeshift paint booth that we have. He has painted them. We are doing a pure white trim. We are doing what's the wall color?
Greek Villa.
Greek Villa.
Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah, so Greek Villa is going to be our wall color. And we are doing black doors. So black on the outside in any of the public facing rooms. And then the girls' rooms are white on the inside. The boys are black on the outside and black on the inside. And we'll show you guys all that later on the videos. But we are getting there. The floors are, we put together the snap. I don't know what they call it. It's not luxury vinyl because it's not vinyl.
It's Pergo.
Pergo, yeah. It's engineered wood. That's what it is. It's snapped together engineered wood. And we've got those in the bathrooms already done. We're waiting to install our vanities. We have the vanities at the house. Curtis has painted 2 of our vanities, and we've finished untaping those and putting those together tonight. And he will begin painting the rest of the vanities, I think, tomorrow. We stained our concrete in the house, me and my mom. She came over while Linda was at work. Linda showed me a picture and said, "This is what I want our house to look like, the floor. I practiced it in our master bath, no, our master bedroom closet.
No.
It was horrendous. Okay, poop. Yeah, it was poopy, real poopy. I practiced it and it did not turn out good at all. Made her very nervous about it. So
I thought we were gonna have to hire a contractor because I did not like it. It was very ugly.
but I did do some more practicing. I was able to get under the staircase, a spot that's going to end up being covered up by a closet, laid out some tape and kind of did some samples for Linda, which she still didn't really like. And so I went back to the paint store. I picked out the color that I thought was the right color that she wanted, because she had told me these other colors, but they weren't really what was on the picture. So I went and picked up a desert sand, and I still had a nutmeg. And while she was at work, my mom came over. We mixed it all up. We did an 8-to-1 watercolor water stain. We did an 8-to-1 ratio, and we sprayed the floor. Misted it very lightly, because Linda wanted this concrete color to come out through the paint. So we misted it, and then we came back with the nutmeg and spots. She got home and she actually said
it looks good.
That I nailed it. So
he nailed it.
Luckily, because I was nervous, and Curtis was getting mad at me because I was spending like 2 days just looking at the floor and the color. And he said, "Man, just go over there and shoot it." And I was like, I'm scared to death. Like, I ain't ever really been scared, but that's a lot of concrete to re-strip.
You have been scared a lot of times.
When?
Like, I don't know, but like, not
right,
really
you're
like
off topic.
scared. Not really like scared, but like just worried.
Okay, worried. Yeah, but I'm scared because all it meant to me was, like, if I messed up, I knew it was going to be lots of work to get it off, regrinding, and more days, and pushing our schedule. You all right, Val?
She's fine.
She's laying there, but she's all weird. That was weird. So I needed to stain it. I stained it. I wasn't scared anymore. And then I rolled it out with a clear coat, basically a sealer, a concrete sealer. And that took 5 gallons. And then tonight we were going to put the second coat on, and Curtis came over and we were spraying it. And Curtis was spraying it, and then I wanted to try spraying it, and we were videoing it. And I guess I was putting it on too thick, and we ran out of 5 gallons. Only did the living room and dining room and part of the kitchen, and we put it on way too thick. But it is going to make a really nice coating. But 5 gallons, when I was rolling it, went a lot farther, but it didn't fill it in completely. So spraying it's going to look really good. But needless to say, tomorrow we have to spray it. Another 5 gallons. Yeah. So what should have only taken 10 gallons is going to end up taking 15 gallons. But it's going to look really good. So that brings us up to like where we are now. We have a lot of footage to show you guys on the next, I don't know, few weeks of videos. Lots been going on. Tomorrow's video is actually about it's a catch, clean, cook for you guys. We're smoking carp and we're smoking buffalo, 2 fish that most people have never eaten. And I mean, it's eaten around the world. Everyone around the world that doesn't have a nose stuck in the air for fish eats these fish. But here in America, we want our fish, no bones, filleted, fried, baked, whatever, and eat it all with a fork. Well, this fish has lots of bones. So stay tuned for that video tomorrow, guys, at 5:00 Central. I think it's Central Time or Eastern Time. I don't know.
Central.
It's 5:00 though. If you got your notification bell on, you will get notified. Let me look through the comments here, and we'll see who all's in the house. So we said Brent's here, Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse, Darren. What's up, Darren? Good to see you. My mom's in here, Kathy. Hey, Mom. Thanks for the help. I guess that is anyone else? Has anyone else commented?
No, it's all of them.
Just them. So yeah, so that's where we are
Lisa.
as of right now.
Lisa Dorn.
Oh, hey Lisa, how are you? Thanks for viewing.
Daddy.
Okay, now on to the craziness. What's up, Ellie?
And Mary.
So,
Mary's here too.
also,
Hey, Mary.
doesn't just take a long time to like spray all of the stuff on the floor, but you also need to let it dry. And whenever you enter the house, it smells so strong because you put the sealer on.
Yes.
And you have to go back and put all the sealer on. Probably have to put multiple coats, then let it dry and let it smell strong. But you have to keep going in there, and while you're putting sealer and stuff on, it's then smell even more strong.
Well,
You're right by
you
it.
definitely don't want to go over there and get in the house when I'm putting that stuff on. I had to wear a mask for us spraying it. I didn't wear a mask when I rolled it. Didn't smell that bad, but I did have to wear a ventilator to spray it. I wouldn't be able to survive. It was really stinky. Yeah, but we are letting that dry for a day. What else is up, Ellie? What do you got coming up in a couple weeks?
Church camp.
Church camp?
Yeah.
Or kids camp? What is it?
Same thing.
Church camp for kids.
Church camp. Okay, kids camp.
Whatever. And also, I'm gonna go to Grandma's church. I don't know when. But
Vacation
No.
Bible School.
VBS, Vacation Bible School.
yeah.
Yep.
And I'm also gonna go back to school in August.
Yeah, we got a month away. We are shooting for.
In the house before school starts.
Yes, we're shooting to get in the house before the school starts. Tomorrow was going to be the first day that our cabinets are hung up. Half of our cabinets are hung up. We had to make some adjustments. They're going to have to make a few more adjustments because our cabinet in front of for our kitchen sink, it's not centered on our window. So they're going to have to unscrew a couple of them, shift them over, and put a spacer in to make sure it centers up on the window and over the light. But our cabinets are going in, and Curtis has to paint those, which it's a lot of work to paint cabinets, by the way, guys. We're doing a lacquer paint, shot with lacquer, so it's a lot of sanding and then a second coat, but they look really, really nice. What has been going on with everybody else? I saw Darren is in here. I hope he's healed up well. If you guys don't remember, a few weeks back, Darren got hit by a car, I believe. And so I don't know if he was hit. I guess, Darren, were you hit by a car like walking, or were you driving, or what? I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he said he was hit. So we was trying to pray for him, and he's making a recovery, which is good. What?
There's more people that are joining.
Let me see. Let's see who we got. Betty.
Betty, Doris.
Hey, Betty. How are you?
And,
Doris. Doris,
And
good to
Mary.
see you. Thank you for joining tonight.
Mary.
Yes. And so we the chickens, guys, the chickens are getting
So big.
huge. Yes, so big. We've been doing a lot of shorts. I've videoed a couple of the chickens on our shorts because it's when me and Ellie go out in the mornings to go have some coffee and our donut, because that's like our daily routine as we get up in the morning after Linda goes to work, and we go have coffee and a donut at our local Daylight Donuts. And while we're there, normally that's when Ellie does her joke of the day. By the way, if anyone has been enjoying the joke of the day, if you've not seen it, it's all of it under our shorts. This was her idea. She wanted to do this joke of the day or riddle of the day. So I gave her, her a little bit of time, and she likes it. And she's always reminding me, Dad, we got to do the joke of the day. I didn't do the joke of the day today. Like,
Honey,
we didn't do
you're
it
wrong.
today.
Darren didn't have an accident. He had a migraine.
No, okay. Who was it then? Who?
I don't remember.
Darren had a
anyone-
migraine.
I don't remember anyone having an accident.
No, someone had an accident. Someone got hit by a car. If it wasn't Darren, it was
I don't remember.
John D'Amato. John D'Amato got hit by a car.
I don't remember.
I
that.
remember. I remember because I've been. But yeah, Darren, you had okay, that's right. You had a migraine the last time. I think you put that in one of the videos or one of our things. So hope you are feeling better from that. Let me hold on, honey.
Oh, Dara
Oh,
said
yeah,
she loved the jokes of the day.
Ha. Thanks, Brent. Doris, Doris is actually, she's commented that she loves your jokes of the day. So
Hey, Daddy.
What?
Yesterday, I said I wanted to do that one riddle with dollars, but I didn't do it. Can I say it now?
if you can say it loud and clear for everyone to hear. Hold on,
Okay,
guys.
I'll try.
All right, she has a riddle. She wants to tell everybody this
And
riddle.
it's based on our YouTube channel. I made it up.
You made it up. Oh dear.
Welcome to my life. Here we go. All right, it's up to you, kiddo.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So, one of these sentences that I'm about to say is a lie. I'm 9 years old and I love to hang out with my dad. Which one of these sentences is a lie?
What?
Try to comment it.
Oh my goodness, Ellie. Ellie, that's not a good joke.
It's a riddle.
It's a riddle.
I don't know.
It's not a good riddle.
It's a trick one.
She's 9, guys. There you go. That's what comes out of 9-year-olds' mouths.
That's wrong. It's a trick one. The first sentence I said was one of them. The one that said it was a lie was a lie. The other two were real.
Okay.
There you go.
I can never not want to hang
goodness.
out with you.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
All right, Linda. What's new?
Nothing's new.
Nothing's new.
Oh, we're just tired all the time.
Yeah. All the time.
Well, about the chickens, we did find out that we have a lot of roosters.
Yeah.
We have a white Americana rooster. We have a silver Americana rooster, a Birchin Moran rooster, and then we have the 2 Thai chicken roosters.
Is it only 2? I thought there was like 3.
No, there's 2 of them.
Mommy,
Which one's the black
how's
one?
your job?
What's that one?
That's a female.
No, the black one with the red, all the red and
That's
the
the
feathers.
Birchin Moran.
Oh, the Birch Moran. He's the
Mom.
prettiest.
That's
Hey.
5.
Talking.
We have 5 roosters out of our 30 chickens.
So what do we do with them? That's the question. Like, we don't
keep
want
them.
a bunch of roosters. Do
Well, we want to keep Americanas because
yes.
they're like,
I like the Birch Moran. He's
a
big rooster.
we got that one from the Gypsy Hen.
Yeah.
And the
he's a really
Americanas,
good looking
yeah.
rooster.
So those are like prize winning chickens.
The Thai roosters,
We can eat them.
eat them or give them back to our neighbors.
Get 'em back to
And
neighbors.
since they let us hatch them, probably give them back to them. But you know what they'll do with them? They're going to eat them too. So no matter what, the chickens are probably, those roosters are probably going to end up for dinner somewhere.
Doris asked, how's your job doing?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
My job's doing very well. Let's see. It's a long drive for me. I mean, it's a 30-minute drive, 25 miles, but I love the people. I love the environment. I love my boss.
You love your boss.
Not like that.
Fired.
They're just really great people to work with. So it makes it a lot easier.
Daddy, look what Brent said. He said, sounds like chicken and dumplings are in the future. So
Whenever you want to come over, buddy. By the way, Brent, something that I didn't realize, you left a jar of pickles at my house. I guess you must have gave it to
me.
Linda. I had no idea the day you came over to help with the OSB that you brought some pickles. So I find this jar of pickles in the fridge, and I'm like, oh, pickles. And I start eating them. And I'm like, these things are so good. And she's like, oh, yeah, Brent gave us those. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I
did. You weren't just paying. You weren't paying
I couldn't
attention.
even. I would have thanked you. So thank you, Brent, for the pickles. We ate the whole jar, by the way. It's sitting right there. But I don't want to get rid of the juice because
It was really good.
I'm thinking maybe I need to boil
Chop
some
some
eggs or
Take
something.
pickles and put them in there.
Yeah, something.
Pickled
'cause
eggs.
Chop
I'm-
up some
Pickled
eggs. Chop
some cucumbers. Yeah, we don't grow pickles. We grow cucumbers.
You know what I mean.
So, let's see, curry chicken.
Oh yeah.
That's
definitely.
perfect, right, Darren?
what's curry chicken?
Linda makes green. She likes to do green curry as a Thai. It's like they make green curry, and she puts coconut milk in it, and it's kind of sweet a lot of the time, right? And she does it with like Thai eggplant, which is what you haven't made that for me in a long time. But by the
No.
way, that was my favorite, like the little round eggplants.
You gotta go to Asian
What's
store
Thai
for that.
eggplant?
It's something you've never eaten yet.
What's something you know?
Yeah, well, something I've never eaten. I don't know. Balut. I've
You've
never
eaten children.
I've never eaten balut. Has anyone balut? Is it how I don't even know how to say it.
What's below?
It's a
Balut.
Filipino
It's a
thing.
Filipino egg that's like buried in the
Fermented.
ground or something. Has anybody ever eaten one of those eggs? Balut. My cousin Shane, he said he loves it, and his wife
Darren
is
says
Filipino.
yes, it tastes awesome. Yes, it tastes awesome. Great.
So, okay, let's see here. Brent, the juice is only good for one batch of pickles. We've tried to reuse it, and they don't taste as good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, fine. You can have your jar back. As long as you return it with pickles. Yeah, so if anyone's ever eaten one of those eggs, the balut, I want to know what it tastes like because I want to try it. Maybe I'll try it on here live or something.
Oh, Darren said it tastes good.
Yeah, but he was talking about the curry, I think. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
get my glasses so I can read them easily.
Brent, where's your wife at? Is she working?
She was there. She said hi.
She was on there?
Yeah.
Yes, she's on there.
Where?
Right there. See? Katie said hi.
Oh, look at that. I missed that comment. Hey, Katie. What you guys don't know is Brent Henry on my comments. I've known him since I was a little kid, probably 5th grade, 6th grade. And we moved back to Oklahoma, and he's still living in Oklahoma. And so if anybody wants to know how I really am, you can ask him, but I'm pretty sure he's going to say it's the same way. And Katie, his wife, I knew her at Votech when I was going to school, 11th and 12th grade at Votech at Indian Capital, where I was learning to be a cook. And I would come outside to her and a couple of her friends, and I would make like fruit animals. I would cut up fruit animals for them. Katie, do you remember that? I know she does. But it's so strange that like we were good friends, and then she ended up marrying Brent, and they were from a different school, so that was really cool. So if you remember that, put it in there because I know you do. Are you giving me the bunny ears?
No.
No.
I'm
Okay.
gonna pat your hat.
Oh. By the way, Brent, have you found that long curling rooster for me yet?
No, I found some.
Well, Brent said he had a hookup of a guy that had a long crowing rooster. So I will trade you a Thai rooster for a long crowing rooster.
I don't think he wants a Thai rooster. I don't think he plans on fighting the roosters anytime soon.
No, but it makes some amazing chicken and dumplings, like he said. Let me see. Do you really want him to tell us about? Yes, I really do want. Brent and me, we went on a missions trip to Honduras one time. Ellie, I see you back there. We went on a missions trip to Honduras one time when we were in, I don't know, 8th grade or something, 9th grade.
You weren't in high school?
I don't think we were in high school. We were young. We were in the back of this truck one time. This Toyota. It wasn't a 4Runner. It wasn't a Tundra or a
Tacoma?
No, Hilux, a Toyota Hilux. They don't even make them in America,
don't make them anymore.
but they are awesome trucks. We're in the back of one of those, and Brent or someone had did something to some like this truck full of people or whatever, and they turned around and was like coming back toward us.
Goodness.
We're like banging on the hood of the truck. We're like, "Go faster!" We thought we were gonna get shot. Oh, it was scary. Brent, do you remember that?
When you're in another country, don't offend the people.
Yeah. Well, we were all stupid kids. We were dumb.
Is that where the boys get their brain from?
That's just being a teenager.
Yeah.
Elijah is driving now with his permit. We're letting him drive as much as we can, the van. The old beat up van to drive.
He drove today.
Yep, he drove to church today and back.
His first job.
Yep. If you guys didn't see it on our short, Elijah does have a job. He's working at my donut shop. So every Saturday I get free donuts. And he gets a paycheck.
Dad, we always get free donuts even if he's not working there at that
Hey,
time.
don't tell people.
I don't get free donuts. I pay for my donuts.
Well,
They
you
try.
pay,
They
but
now
you're not supposed to.
but we always used to pay.
Yeah.
Now family
that
members
much,
get donuts
though.
for free. Immediate family members, by the way. So now that just encourages my donut fetish, craving
No.
fetish, whatever it is, daily intake.
It's like
Of
a daily
donuts.
commission.
Lisa says, Brent, we want to hear some of the stories he doesn't want us to hear.
Oh, I've got some.
It was just California.
I've got some. Never flip off people in another country. They are mean. Yes. we were, I guess, only 13 or 14.
Wait, Dad.
We were stupid. That's all what we were.
Didn't you say that today? Remember when Eli, you told him to avoid the turtle? Didn't you say that person flipped them off?
No, I was kidding.
Oh.
I was kidding.
Well, you should have.
I was just joking. You can. By the way, guys, don't ever say anything as a joke around this one. One, she'll remember it forever. She'll never let it down, and she will take it serious, and then she will bring it up in the most inopportune times for her to say something.
Like right now.
Like right now, she will bring it up and embarrass the crap out of you. So, and my dad calls her the meanie one because he's always mean. She's always mean to him.
I'm not mean to him.
You're mean to Grandpa.
No.
Yes, you are.
That's like one time when I was staying at his grandma's, he just asked if I brought candy for him since I had one piece of candy for myself. And I said no. He's like, you're mean. How come you're not sharing with me? I'm like, that's my last piece. He's like, no, piece. You're mean. No. He just says it as a joke, Dad. He doesn't actually mean I'm mean. Maybe.
Oh, man. But the house is definitely coming along. I'm hoping to finish the upstairs, guys, in a week. Next week, I'm really hoping to finish upstairs. Everything's trimmed out. When the vanities are finished, we can put them in place, wrap them up, and Curtis can start painting. I can buy toilets. We can finish the floor, cut the last two pieces of flooring, trim it out, and then get carpet delivered after everything's painted. The only snag that I don't know really how to do is the stair. I guess this trim on the stairs and the newel posts and the piece that goes the rail that goes across our loft. So if anybody out there knows of any good videos or someone that does railing or loft railing or whatever, leave it in the comments.
We have a 40-foot loft railing that we have too.
Straight across that we need to put up. And we want to put these two really nice deer panels on. We haven't purchased them yet, but I think it would just be awesome to have those on there. But
Val's on. It
may not come to fruition. Watch out! Don't kick the chair. Everyone just saw an earthquake.
Dora says she loves your glasses, Ellie.
I know. I spelled my name wrong.
Hey Val, good to see you on here. You're not late. You're not late.
Not at
all right, let's see here.
Daddy.
Oh, Kayla's on.
Brent, I did not eat a rat on a stick. I do like to eat.
What did he say?
He said I ate a rat on a stick.
Oh my
I'll
goodness.
tell you, I do like to eat street food.
Oh my goodness.
You remember in Thailand?
We were in Thailand on our honeymoon, and this guy rides up on his little bicycle with the little
cart in the back,
and he opens up the cart like this, and it's full of bugs.
Dead bugs. All dead bugs.
Like to eat.
Yes.
And he's like, do you want to try one? I don't know. He just goes and picks one up and eats it. I did not do that.
Well, I mean, they say like when
protein, yes, extra
when
protein.
you're somewhere, aren't you supposed to do like the locals do or something?
No.
Yeah, well, I've always been that way.
Daddy.
And it's liable to cause our stomach to hurt and everything, but
we did get food poisoning when we were in Thailand. We ate a lot of street food. That's why. They didn't have.
They made papaya salad. I love papaya salad, but they made it and they have this jar of little crabs that they pull out, and instead of like using crab sauce or crab paste, they just use a crab and they toss it in there and they crush the shell and everything up to get the sauce. Well, it's like hot over there, and they have this jar of
there's no refrigeration
crabs that's been sitting on the counter. So I'm pretty sure that's what we got sick from.
We got sick from, yeah.
Yeah, shellfish poisoning, pretty much. What do you want to say, Ellie? I know you're just chomping at the bit to talk. What's up? What's on your mind?
I
Say hi, Kayla. Kayla's
Yeah,
on there.
that was
Kayla.
That was
Kayla, you're going to have to change your name. Guys, by the way, congratulate my cousin Kayla. That's Kayla
Your
Vunicic.
niece, Kayla.
Niece. Cousin niece.
She's
Okay.
my cousin.
My
your
sister's daughter. She's my
Yeah,
niece.
your
Okay.
niece.
She got married. Her last name is Fine. Fine. Her husband's Jonathan. So if everybody wants to congratulate her, please do
Kayla.
so. Congratulations, Kayla Fine, on your marriage. And they got married down at the beach in Florida. So
Destin, yep.
in Destin, yes. So we didn't get invited.
We didn't have the time, silly.
It was a small wedding, but yeah, we probably wouldn't have been able to
Okay,
go
Dad, can I finish?
anyways. So, huh? All right, finish.
I want you to explain something that Brett said. He said, very stupid. Do you remember all of us buying machetes in Honduras, and you had your sharpened? We cut off the bedpost.
I remember the.
Oh my goodness.
Brent, whenever we said about, that's all I can remember is when we had this round, you know how the bedposts are laced, to like big balls on the ends of them, and Brent hit the corner of it and chopped one of the bedpost round pieces off, and I want to say we glued it back on with something, but yeah, he just. I still swear that a machete is the most used tool, but yeah, he just boink, and just cut the tip of the bedpost off. It was so funny. Oh man, we're lucky we didn't die over there. But you
guys were very naughty.
No, we did was
We're adventurous.
we built a church for village people way up in the mountains in Honduras. All of us kids, and we brought like electric saws and everything, but there was no power.
Oh, well, that was bad.
No, we all bought these machetes, and we literally built this church with machetes. Like I remember, and then after the whole service, after we built the church, it took us like a week to build it. We sunk poles in, we cleaned it all up, we notched all these poles and nailed them in and put a roof on, and then all the local kids and everything came and we sang songs and everything. It was, Brent, do you remember that? Do you remember us making that church? That was cool as heck.
You built it with your own two hands.
We did. Well, not just him and I, but I mean the whole group up in the mountains. And there was this donkey that we tried riding. This guy brought this donkey over. Yeah, we tried riding this little horse.
Oh, you're definitely not Jesus.
Let me see. Yes, I remember the sugar cane. We got juiced up with that stuff. That's so funny. The things you remember when you were a kid.
That was a good trip to remember.
Well, yeah, it was. Let's see here. He said, "I do very much. It was freaking awesome." Yeah, it was one experience. Like that was a mission trip as a kid to like really go on. It's not like, oh, we brought water and we built a church with machetes. That's what we did.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, we brought all these saws and tools and Terry and Clinton in, and we thought we were gonna like cut real wood. No, it's like here's some trees and machetes, like notch them out and build this church. Like, okay, why not?
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But I'm pretty sure I remember doing it, but I'm pretty sure it was all the men and we were just goofing off because I feel like that's what we would have been doing.
Daddy, what does cranked up mean?
What's cranked up? Where?
Look, Donovan was even more cranked up than normal.
Oh, with the sugar cane.
Oh.
I have been high strung my whole life. Like,
Well,
I don't.
Your mom said you were on Ritalin when you were younger.
Yeah, well, I took myself off of it. Like, involuntarily took myself off of it, and I was on stuff called Silert. I don't know. I still remember the words, but Ritalin wasn't enough. Then she started giving me Silert. I was bouncing off the walls all the time. I don't know how she controlled me.
Look, my cousin Cindy's on.
One time I did a backflip off of some rocks in my backyard, and there was like a little low spot with grass and mud, and all the rocks were piled up next to it. And I did a backflip off of it, and I hit when I landed, my feet slipped out from under me, and I hit my head on the rock, and I went, ow. I was like, that hurt more than it should have. And I reached up and I touched my head and I was bleeding. And I was like, oh no. And my mom was home. I don't know if it was a Saturday or what. She was home because normally she would have been at work. And I walk in and I'm like, Mom, I'm bleeding. And she comes around the corner. She's like, what are you doing? Oh my God. Oh my God. Like breathing all over my face. And I'm like, I look in the mirror and she's like trying to get it. And I don't know if you guys can see the scar, but it's like right here. This is another scar. But no. See, it looks like a wrinkle. That's the good thing about it is it looks like a wrinkle.
That's not
But
good. You look old.
I was doing this. I was going, and when I did that, this thing would open and close. Like my cut would open and close. And I was telling her, I was like, look, it looks like a mouth. It's saying hi. And she was getting freaked out. And she took me to the doctors and they stitched me up.
I can't.
But oh man, I have had more stitches in my head than probably anybody. I've got stories to tell galore. Like,
You're funny.
I have a ton of stories.
Dad, why were you not caring? You're like, look, Mom, opening
Well,
up.
I mean, it wasn't hurting at the moment. And I'm looking at it in the mirror. And every time I do that, it just, the whole cut just goes, rah, rah.
Just thinking of how that would feel when it makes me creep out.
Yeah, well, my mom was creeped out.
Yeah.
She was.
I would probably pass out.
One time we lived in California. I wanted to be a skateboarder. And so it's this kid up to this. I was like second or third grade. And I wanted to be like those skateboarders, like that do handstands with their board on them.
Oh, no.
But I didn't know how to get the board up there. So I told my friend, I was like, I'm going to do a handstand and you set the board on my feet.
Oh my goodness.
And he's like, okay, I'll do it. And I did a handstand. I'm like, now. And he was like, what? And I was like, wait, not now. And then he's like, no. And the trucks hit me in the back of the head. And I was like, ow, that hurts more than it should. And I like, I'm bleeding.
Oh, I
And
haven't heard that story yet.
all the blood was going down my back. And I
my
ran.
goodness.
My mom and dad were both gone to work.
Oh my goodness.
Jenny was watching us. So I'm the second or third grader. And my sister is just a baby, like probably first grade. And my sister's like, I don't know, 13 or 14, 15, something like that. Jenny, my older sister. She comes. Is 8? She was
8 years old.
8 years. Okay, I'd have been third. What 11th grade? No, I don't know. 9th, 10th grade, something like that. She's watching us, and I come running in there, and I've got blood all over the back of my shirt, and then she's freaking out, and she's calling the police and called 911, and they rush out like to look at me and whatever, and it wasn't even like cracked open, didn't get. It was just a little nick, but on my head it just started bleeding. Really, really bad.
Yeah.
It's what the funniest part about this whole thing is that the day before this happened, the same ambulance was at my house the day before.
For you?
Yeah.
No, for my dad.
He was stuck in
goodness.
the bathroom.
He was stuck in the bathroom. You remember that story?
Yeah.
He passed out while he was going to the bathroom.
Oh my
And he fell and landed in the door, and we couldn't push the door open to get to him.
Miss Sandy?
Yeah, Andy.
Oh my goodness.
So mom could tell the story better if she's on
crazy.
here, but yeah,
Yes,
so
it is.
that was funny is that they're like, well, this must be a problematic house because it's the second time in 2 days we've been out here. And where's the parents at, by the way? Where's the guy that passed out in the bathroom? So yeah, so there's a billion stories. Let's see.
What is that supposed to
There you
mean,
go, Mom.
Brent?
Kathy. Yep, that's what happened. See?
Yeah.
Brent, what is that supposed to mean?
What is it?
All those head injuries explain a lot.
Brent, that's only a portion of them. One time I was in Anaheim, California, visiting. We drove out. Okay. Our summer breaks every year, either my mom and dad would take us to California or my cousin and his mom and dad would bring them out to Oklahoma. Well, in this transfer of 1 year you're there, 1 year we're here, no matter whoever did the traveling, that's the kids that got hurt. Okay. So every year that I went to California, I got hurt. Every year that Shane and his family came out to Oklahoma, he gets hurt. Okay. So 1 year we go to California and I'm playing around in the backyard. Now the backyards in California, they were those 2 whole cement bricks the big square ones. And the fence was made out of, the very top brick was the skinny ones that are just a big rectangle, but they're skinny as like a top plate. And I'm chasing this girl that we're playing tag with, the neighbor, and I go to jump over the fence. I jump up and I grab the fence and I go to pull myself up. And the brick was not mortared on very good. Bad contractors, probably been. And I pull the brick and it lands on my head.
Oh.
And I was like, ow, that hurt more than it should have. And,
You keep saying that. Ow,
and I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. And so I had to run in there, and my parents run me to the ER, and I'm like this hyperactive kid, like, my head, I'm bleeding. And so they wrap me up like a taco. They're like, oh, we're just going to wrap you up like a taco. Okay, boy. And I was like, oh, that's all right. I'm wrapped up like a taco. I'm like, oh, that's good. Let me out now. And they're like, nope, now we're stitching you up. So they wrapped me up like a taco, stitched my head up. And that was a whole thing. That's another head injury, by the way.
Yeah. Val says, no, he says, you needed a helmet, apparently.
Yeah.
Dad, it's
Yeah, my mom said, yes, he did. Yeah, a burrito. Yeah, I was a burrito.
Dad.
What?
It's super funny that you keep saying, that hurt more than it should have. I'm bleeding. You keep saying the same thing. That hurt
Well, that's
more
what
than
it.
should've.
That's how it happened.
I'm bleeding.
And another year we went out there. Another year we went out to California, and I'm sitting there, and my cousin, in all his vast knowledge of being my older cousin, decides that we need to learn kung fu. Okay, so
no.
I'm all about it because I'm like, I'm a ninja too.
No.
They pull out a block of ice. Now, not like a sheet of ice that we could all break. Okay, he pulls out a milk jug, frozen solid, and I'm still this like small kid that's like in awe of my cousin, and he's like hitting this plastic jug of ice that can't break, and they're just like punching it, and I'm thinking, dude, these guys are tough, they're strong, they're punching it, and I'm like, I want to punch it too. And they hold it up, they're like, go ahead, punch it, and I'm like, ah! Broke my knuckles.
That hurt more than
Yeah, no, that hurt a whole lot more. Okay. And my dad looks at it and he's like, oh, we're gonna have to pull that out. And so he yanks my knuckles back into place. And then I went over to the hospital. The people in the hospital were like, weren't you here last year? This time? It's like they put this 2 fingers in a cast. And so I had this Spock like cast, like Vulcan death grip.
Hello.
And these 2 knuckles, they healed fine. You're the only other person in our family that's been in a cast. You know that? Mom's never broke a bone.
I've broken both of my arms and my wrists. Well, I've sprained my wrist.
You broke both arms?
Yeah,
No.
this one.
You broke this one, right?
Well, I broke this one, and then I broke my wrist on this side. So I broke both sides, and then I sprained.
Do you want to tell them how it happened?
Yeah, I think the first one was because Mom picked me up early from school since it was, I think, after we went to a field trip. And then, like, she had costumes since it was near Halloween. She showed me in the back trunk, and we went to a park that no one was at. I'm doing monkey bars, and I was like half my size. And then she was just sitting on the bench there, not even watching me on her phone. I'm like, Mom, look, I'm gonna do the monkey bars. She's like, okay, great, go. And then I jumped to reach the monkey bars. I missed since I'm really small, and it was those triangle ones that are really high. Then when I'm falling down, I didn't want to hurt my chest since I'm falling straight, kind of like a belly flop. But so I put my arm in the way for some reason. Then I land on my arm super hard. And then, like, I'm screaming in pain. My mom comes over. She's like, come on, we gotta get you to the hospital. And then, like, they say,
No, I looked at her hand. It was like, oh, it was not her bone. It was like
that.
It was not good. I was like, oh, we gotta go right now.
Yeah.
Straight to the ER.
It hurt so bad. Like, I even remember we had the van, our old rusty, crusty, broken up van.
Hey, we still have that van. It's not that busted up. I fixed it.
And then, like when I got out of the car, I'm like, Mom, can you please carry me there? It hurts to walk. Like, it was hurting so bad while we were driving there. I couldn't even, like, walk since it hurt so much. She's like,
I carried you.
Yeah.
Well, you're the only kid that's gotten.
You were 4 years old.
Yeah.
And so, luckily, she was young. And if she had been older, she would have had to have surgery. But because she was young and her bones heal, quickly.
Made a full recovery.
The
Look at that.
Full recovery.
Look at that. She's still fine.
Yep. They popped it back in place. And they said they put a cast on. She worked for a few months. And they're like, good to go.
Yeah, and the second one was pretty dumb. When you picked Eli was in high school.
We were waiting for Eli.
And like me, Maddie, and Jeremiah were playing on the swing set and stuff, like, and we were all running up the slide. Jeremiah was on top. He's like, Ellie, come on, climb up the slide. I'm like, okay. And I was still pretty young. Then, like, he's holding my hand to get me up the slide. And then I'm trying to run up. Then, like, I feel my bone pop, and I'm like, let go. And then he lets go. Then mom comes over, like, and
I think Jeremiah pretty much, because she was young, he pulled her bone out of place. So they call that a nanny's or a nurse's elbow or something like that. And so when we went to the ER, the doctor just rotated it back and set it back in place.
It was my wrist that was hurt.
I just want everyone to know that anytime our kids have gotten hurt, she's been in charge. I've been at work.
She was.
Since I've been retired, none of our kids have gotten hurt. You know that.
That's a lie. You see how much bruises on my life?
What? I can't help it that you can't walk downstairs. Okay.
We don't have any stairs.
That ladder right there into your room.
That's
all right.
not my room.
Let's see what.
That's not why
let's see what everyone. Let's see what we got here. Memories bring back lots of joy.
My cousin all the towel fights in church camp.
Oh, see, Brent, you're bringing up some good stuff.
Well, you talked about that last time.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
On a live or on a video?
It was on live, I think. Yeah, it was on a live.
I didn't even ask the boys if they got towel fights. That was the number one. That was the number one thing I looked forward to every year at church camp. Oh, I'll show you later. You know them bruises? I'll show you how you get lots of them. Yeah, towel fights were the best, Brent. And I think we should do some adult towel fights now that I'm bigger. Because Brent's like, no lie. Brent's probably that much taller than me, maybe. I don't know. I think he's 7 foot. 6. Brent, you're like what, at least 6'5", 6'4", something like that. He's big tall. Dude. And all the guys were always bigger than me at church camp. But they would hit each other, roll up a towel into like a rat's tail.
Like this? And
we would fight. And if you got on your bunk, you didn't get hit or nothing. They weren't like attacking everybody. But if you got into the center of the room, like it was an all-out brawl. 6'4". See, I told you, he's a giant. He's a giant. And Katie's like 4'6".
No, she's not.
I'm kidding. Katie's like 5.
She's solid.
I bet she's like 5'4". How tall is Katie, Brent? You can't describe their parents' belongings.
Huh?
What? Let's see. What belongings? What are you talking about, Cheryl? Sherry? She's 5'3". I'm not. I was an inch off.
Okay, she's the same height as me then.
Is she really? You're 5'3"?
Yes, dear. I'm 5'3".
I thought you were 5'3" with heels on.
No.
Daddy.
All right. Well,
Dad,
what? Let's see here.
Most of the bruises that I have.
Hey, Julie and Andy.
They're
Welcome.
from that one lychee tree that never ever grew in all our 4 years of being in Miami. Never grew, but it was great for climbing. Me and the neighbors and like all my siblings would always climb up the
Go
tree,
turn that off.
and it was perfect because it had branches that we'd all like just fall on and like role play and like pretend that we're like sleeping and stuff and have our bunks. Because it had perfect ones to sit in and lay back on.
Do you remember
It
the
was so
time?
cool.
Do you remember the time that Jeremiah got mad at me and he tried to run away and he went and climbed that tree to the very top?
Yeah.
He tried to hide from me in the tree.
You couldn't actually see it.
I don't know, one of the other ones.
It was probably
One day, those of you that have kids, has anyone ever tried running away or have your kids run away? So I tried to run away once when I was a kid. It was my birthday and I felt like I wasn't getting enough attention on my birthday. And so I just like, you see those cartoons where they take a stick and they put a stuff in it, tie it in it on like a blanket or whatever. I did that.
Oh dear.
And I lived in California.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah. And I put it and I started walking down the alley away from the apartments. And my mom come and grab me and stuff. But I tied that little thing up.
Did you get spanking?
I don't know. I probably put like 2 toys in it and was like, we're going to go. But so my kid tried to run away once, Jeremiah. And I was like,
So have I.
he gets out there and I'm like, son, first of all, why are you running away? You don't even have no shoes on. So I said, let's go back to the house. We'll pack you a bag, get your shoes on. I'm like, how are you going to drink? Like, you need water. How you going to buy some food? We need to give you some money. And so, like, I wasn't like trying to tell him, like, you have to stay at the house. I'm like, I just want you to be prepared if you're going to run away. Like, I'm looking out for him, right? We go to the house and I'm like packing a bag for him. I'm like, get your shoes on, how are you going to shower? Need a bottle of water, need this and that. His eyes were like I'm preparing him to like leave. He wants to leave at 11.
Dad, he does a death stare. He's like,
no, he was probably like 8 years old, 9 years old. He was young.
One of those. Yeah, he was pretty, but if he was going to run away, he was going to do it in class. Like, I wanted to make sure he was prepped and ready to go. Needless to say, he never tried running away again. Because Dad would let you go. I would let you run away. Because you know where.
Darren said, I ran away from getting spanked, but no.
I run away from getting spanked, but they found me. Was very young. 8 years old. Yeah, that's about the runaway age, ain't it?
Yep.
It's when everything is the worst, right, Darren? Everything's the worst. My parents, they're the worst. They're the worst. They spank me.
I have to do chores.
I have to clean my room. They made me clean the toilet. You run away, you don't even have a toilet. You got to pee in the woods. All right. Well, one day we're going to have a toilet in the house.
Dad,
what?
Remember that one time, like you told me and Maddie that like someone was gonna adopt Jeremiah. Like you told him that you called him on the phone, and me and Maddie were like, Eli, guess what? Jeremiah's getting adopted. Dad's gonna send Jeremiah away. He's telling him. But then like we were so excited, we actually believed it. And then you're like, okay,
wrong?
Jeremiah, you're going to get adopted by someone. You're like, okay.
I had one of my friends call, and when he called, because Jeremiah was, I don't know, we were arguing or something, and I was like, when the guy called, I was like, look, no matter what, just play like you're buying my son. Just play along with it. Just do it. Because he was coming over to the house. Like he was coming to the house to get something. And so I was like going over the price, and I was like, yeah, that'll work, man. I'll get him ready to go. And I had all the kids like hook, line, and sinker. Like Jeremiah was getting adopted. Like he was the real deal. Like the guy was coming to the house because he wants somewhere better to live. I got him adopted, like someone that's going to come and get you, take you to have a better home, whatever. So, because they ain't gonna play with me. They're not going to be like threatening me. Like, we're going to leave. I want to be adopted. You want to be adopted, huh? Things better out there, huh? Grass is greener on the other side. Go ahead.
So, Dad, everyone, like, I remember Maddie's always like, I wish I was out part of this family. Why can't I be in different family? I don't want to be in family. Like, whenever you guys were, like, telling them do stuff, and they're like, Wait, Mom, why don't you put me up for adoption, Mom? Yeah, put me up for adoption. Jemima's like, yeah, Mom, why don't you put Maddie up for adoption? And then like they're always just saying like they don't want to be part of the family. And then Mom was like, you know what, Maddie? You go outside, stay away. Since you're like bullying me or something at Walmart, wasn't it like a few months ago before we started building our house? And like she left outside at Walmart, and then in the parking lot, and Mom starts pulling away. And Maddie starts running toward the car because Mom's doing it for a joke. And starts crying. Then Mom's like, "Get in." She's like, "You're gonna leave me."
Whenever my kid, so something happened a couple weeks ago. Eli and Jeremiah, I let them go to the movies with some friends. No, I dropped them off there. I dropped them off to go to movies with the friends. And we're at the house working on the house, and it's like 11 at night. And they call us and they're like, "Hey, we need to be picked up." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." And that was like the second time they called me, and we were literally doing something where both of our hands were busy.
Working on the house.
Yeah, I think we were hanging the doors. And we were trying to get this door right. And they called back and they're like, "Hey, are you coming?" I'm like, "No, we're leaving right now." And they got mad. And so they're like, "Well, we're going to start walking home." I was like, "Okay. How much battery power you got on your phone?" And he's like, "I got 9%. I'm like, "Just tell me what road you're on, but you're not going to make it very far." They ended up walking north on a road. They needed to be walking west.
Oh, dear.
And so I find him, but Jeremiah's like giving Eli a hard time. He's like, "What if we get jumped? What if we get beat up? If we get beat up, I'm going to run."
He always does that. Like, Ellie, if a kidnapper were to try to kidnap you and I was with you, I'll just run away. And Eli's like, "No, hey, I would be a good big brother and try to protect her." What? And Jamal's like, "Whoa, what would I do? I can't do anything. I'd just run and let them take Ellie." I'd be like, "Hey, take her," and then I'd run away. He's always like, "Hey, Eli, what if we get jumped? I dare you to go on the street and walk home from here. You'll probably get kidnapped. I don't care. They'll take you away and lock you up forever."
So what's so funny about it is, so today we were in the van. No, last night we were in the truck coming home. Me and Eli were, and we were coming from like where they went to the movies. And I guess the distance actually finally dawned on him. Because when we left, he's like, "Dude, have we been driving this whole time all the way home?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, how was I going to walk all the way here expecting my battery to work on my phone to help me get directions?" I was like, "Son, do you know how far you were from the house? And you wanted to start walking like a numbskull?" But I was like, "I don't care." One day Jeremiah was angry and he was like wanting to walk home. I just parked the car to the side. I was like, "You can get out. You know how to get home." And so he was happy. He was like, "Oh, really?
No,
I can get out?" Yes.
No,
yes, he did.
No, so first he was like, "Why don't you just drop me off on the side of the road, let me walk home?" And then you're like, you pull over at someone's property on the side of the road. You're like, "You know what, Jeremiah, get out. He's like, "What, you want me to die and get jumped on the side of the road? You really want to let me walk home?" And you're like, "What? You said you want to walk home." He's like, "No, I didn't." And you're like, "Who heard Jeremiah say he wants to walk home?" And everyone raises their hand. and then he was going, and you're like, "Here, take water bottle. Here, take water." He's like, "No." You close the door. You're like, "Here, take water. You need it." Then he just started walking on the side of the road. And then like 5 minutes later, after we get home, he shows up. I'm like, "How's the walk?" He's like, "Stop talking about it."
Hey, if they
must have not been far then. It was just 5 minutes.
We were at Sheridan.
Okay.
Like just past Sheridan. So it wasn't far, but hey.
That's like 1 block. That's it.
No, it's not a block. That's like a mile.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a mile.
So he had his
Let me tell you something about walking, okay? One time I got suspended from high school. I was in high school. No, I was in middle school. Our middle school was 5 miles, about 5 miles from my house. My parents both worked. And I had to, when I got suspended, it was in school suspension. It was after school suspension. So I had to stay after school for like an hour or two at this after school suspension. All the buses were gone. There was no buses to take me home. And my parents weren't coming to get me. I had to walk home.
Wow.
5 miles.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And then I rode my bike a couple times to school. Yeah, that wasn't fun. So when they start talking about, I want to walk, I'm like, we're a mile. I'm like, get out. I would, in the morning times, I would go walking a mile to go fishing. And you guys, Justin, if Justin Smith gets on here, hey, how far did we walk daily to go fishing? A long ways. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Let me read the comments here. Always getting in trouble when I was a young boy. Darren, you sound like a lot like me. Yeah. So, guys, that's just a little bit of some background.
Crazy life.
Yeah, some background stories from us. I mean, there's a whole lot more. The more you get to know me, I've got some hunting stories and some very personal stories that are very funny.
Dad, please tell them the funny one from when you're fishing. Stop at that person's house. Cause
no, I'm not telling.
It's funny. Please.
Which one?
The one, remember? You have to walk to that person's house. The stranger's
Has
house.
anyone ever? No, that's so bad.
I don't even know what you're
you
talking
could have
about.
got kidnapped.
No, see that? I grew up in a different age where we weren't worried
okay.
about kidnappers. You know, we played outside, and I mean, I'm sure there was kidnappers, but it wasn't like a big thing, like human trafficking
There
is
weren't no
nowadays.
Amber Alerts.
Yeah, there wasn't no Amber Alert. There wasn't no cell phones. Yeah, so our kids don't know anything about that. She wanted me to tell you that one time I was walking home from fishing and I had to go to the bathroom so bad, and I was trying to make it home, and I didn't make it. I didn't make it at all, and I had to I was waddling to the neighbor's house, and I was like, "Can you use your bathroom?" I had already used the bathroom. I just needed somewhere to download it.
You had poop hanging from your face.
Oh my goodness! Stop, Ellie. Stop, Ellie.
I can't tell them all the stories I tell you kids, okay? They don't know me like that. They'll be like, this people's weird.
Of course we're weird. Everyone on Earth is weird.
That's a true statement. That's a true statement. Everybody is weird on Earth. We're all normal, right? That's what it is. It's normal. We're all normal. And when people think that they're messed up and they've done lots of bad stuff, and they look, sin
Everyone
is
makes mistakes.
Everyone makes mistakes, and everybody has sinned, and everyone has fallen short of the glory of God. That is the truth about life. And a lot of people think that they've messed up way too far. They've gone too far, that God won't love them. They've messed up way too much. And if only someone knew what I've done, they wouldn't like me. That's all of us. I mean, we all have those ghosts in our closet that if we feel like someone would ever find out, like they wouldn't love us or wouldn't like us. But truth is, God loves us right where we're at. Just want everyone to know that. Like, see how I intervened that in there?
We don't have
God loves us right where you're at. It doesn't matter. It's like someone told me once, you don't go and take a bird bath before you go take a shower. Like, you just go get in the shower. It's the same way when you're coming to God with your problems. Like, you don't try to get your problems all cleaned up and then come to God and, to fix it. You just come to God as you are. So we're all messed up, guys. We are all messed up in a messed up world, and we're trying to do life together.
Dad, say bye to Brent. He's going to sleep.
Brent? Where's Brent going? Brent going
to bed. It's late.
Good night, you
It's already
guys.
been
I'm headed out to mess up my kids in a Roman candle fight. See you later, Ellie.
Brent.
American Home said, need sleep. Take care, y'all.
All right, guys. Well,
we need to I gotta work in the morning too.
We got to get off of here. That's what that's what the census is. We got to get off of here. Okay, I could talk stories all night long. Our next live, I'll tell you guys some more crazy stories of my life, and maybe a few stories from Iraq. Those are some crazy ones too. Well, love you guys. Look forward to tomorrow's video. We're gonna do a catch, clean, cook carp and buffalo. You're not going to want to miss it. I feed trash fish to these kids and they love it.
It's not trash fish.
It is
you
trash
get
fish.
it from a dumpster.
Well, you never know. All right, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you.